So today we are going to be working up to my favorite pose right now, which is Pigeon. So we are going to start on our backs, lying down, take a moment, settle into your space. Legs can be extended straight out in front of you. You can rest your hands on your belly, on your chest, or relax them out to the sides. Take a few rounds of breath. Try to let your grounding point soften your muscles. Set up a nice solid foundation for yourself for today's class. One more full breath in. Deep, open mouth, exhale. Bring weight into your heels, and one at a time or both together, slide your knees into your chest for Apanasana, supine child's pose. Rocking side to side, massaging your low back. Maybe flutter your eyes open. Relax your left foot to the floor. Grab behind your right thigh and pull your knee in closer to your chest. If happy baby or bliss pose isn't your practice, you can take that now. Grabbing the outside of your right foot and pulling your right knee closer to your armpit. Inhale here. Exhale, release. Right foot comes to the floor, second side. Put your left knee into your chest, either grab behind your left thigh or take a half happy baby or bliss, grabbing the outside of your left foot with your left hand and pulling your left knee closer to your armpit. If you are trying this bliss pose variation, try to draw down through your shoulder blades. Relax your shoulders away from your ears, grounding evenly through both shoulder blades. Inhale here. Exhale, release. Extend both feet straight out in front of you. Bounce them out. Plug them back in. Sorry, messed that up. Extend your left leg. Bring your left hand to the outside of your right thigh and cross it over your body. I'm doing a little supine twist here. Extend your right arm straight out to the side. Maybe gaze over your right middle fingertip. Through your left foot. Breathing into this twist. Inhale, come back through center. Extend your right leg. Draw your left leg in. Right hand comes to the outside of your left leg. Twisting to the right. And extending your left arm to the left. Inhale here. Exhale, release. Coming back to center. Both knees into your chest for one more Apanasana. Rocking side to side. And then rocking front to back. Rolling up to a seated position. That's not in your practice, just meet me here. Cross-legged on your mat here. Maybe adjust left to right, grounding evenly through your sit bones. Inhale, sweep your arms up nice and high. Exhale, hands through heart center. Draw your fingers to the mat and walk them straight out in front of you. Getting into your back here. Maybe flubber out your lips or sway your head side to side. And then as you're ready, rock over your ankle, meeting in tabletop position. Scoot back on my mat here. In tabletop, pointer fingers are parallel, biceps roll forward, triceps tuck back, gentle bend in your elbows. Your knees are under your hips with your heels pointing towards the ceiling. Inhale, drop your belly. Lift your tailbone, lift your head, lift your gaze for cow pose. Exhale to cat, rounding your back, tucking chin and tailbone. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Take 2 or 3 more, moving with your breath. then inhale brings you back to a neutral back. Tucking all 10 toes, begin to hover your knees for a little bear plank. Thighs are parallel, inner thighs roll back and wide. Inhale, ribs expand. Exhale, press your hips back and high to downward facing dog. Exhale out your feet. Take out your head, blubber out your lips. The bottom of your next exhale, take a stroll to the front of your mat, coming to Uttanasana. Standing forward fold. Grabbing opposite elbows for ragdoll pose, swaying side to side. Find stillness as you're ready. Release your elbows, fingertips to or toward the floor. Inhale, halfway lift, nice flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Palms by your sides, facing forward. Feet should be about hip width distance. Gentle bend in your knees. Inhale, hands high, gaze high. Exhale, dive out. Inhale, halfway lift. Nice flat back, prepare, look forward. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step your right foot back. Lower your right knee down, untuck your toes. Bring your hands to your hips and your hands high as you're ready. On Janae Asana, low lunge. Inhale, reach up through your fingertips. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, shift your hips straight back. Draw your left toes towards your nose. Slide your hands back towards your right knee. Goal here is to have a nice flat back. Open through the collarbones, open through the chest. Inhale, glide forward, tucking your right toes under, lift your back knee. Press to extend your left knee, bending through your right bow forward. Spring forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, dive out. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step your left foot back. Lower your left knee down, untuck your toes. Bring your hands to your hips and your hands high as you're ready. Low lunge. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, shift your hips straight back. Right toes towards your nose, slide your hands back. Want your hips nice and square to the short edge of your mat. Inhale, rock forward. Plant your hands, tuck your left toes under, lift your back knee, and then press your hips back to extend your right knee, bending through the left. Spring forward, standing forward fold. A little weird going through it the first time. We are going to go through it one more time. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, dive out. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, step your right foot back. Lower your right knee down, untuck your toes. Sweep your hands up, nice and high, low lunge. Holding here, we'll get deeper into this pose. Reaching up through your fingertips. Square your hips to the short edge of your mat. Really feel the stretch in your right hip flexor. You can tuck your tailbone under slightly, nice and long through the spine line. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Shift your hips straight back. Squaring them still to the short edge of your mat. Maybe this time extend your left foot slightly, folding toward the midline. You should feel a nice deep stretch along your left hamstring. Hello, Rhea. Glide forward, plant your left foot down. Tuck your right toes under, lift your back knee. Shift your hips straight back, get into that same deep stretch of your left hamstring, maybe bending through the right hamstring. It's like creating a spring. Still folding toward the midline, breathing through the stretches. Inhale here. Complete exhale. Next inhale springs you forward. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Last time here. Exhale, dive out. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, step your left foot back. Lower your left knee down, untuck your toes. Rise up as you're ready. Low lunge. Square your hips. Tuck your tailbone under. Deep stretch in your left hip flexor here. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, shift your hips straight back. Maybe extend your right foot. You can crawl it out with your toes. Hips are still square to the short edge of your mat. Deep stretch in your right hamstring. Inhale, rock forward. Tucking your left toes under, lift your back knee. Same thing, shift your hips straight back. Bending through the left knee, straight through the right. Folding toward the midline. Inhale, ribs expand. Exhale, spring forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Separate your feet about hip width distance. Toes point out to the corners of your mat. We're about to come to Malasana. Inhale, hands come up nice and high, maybe a gentle back bend here. Exhale, sink your hips all the way down. Try to stay active through this. It's really easy to curl in and have a nice round back, but stay active. If you have blocks or props, you can use them here. You can use your elbows to press out on your inner thighs, getting deeper into your hips. Inhale here. Exhale, plant your hands, lift your hips, forward fold. Sway side to side, rock it out. Coming back to stillness as you're ready. Plant your hands, heel toe your feet back to hip width distance. So feet should be parallel to each other and the long edge of the mat. Inhale here, halfway. Exhale, fold. Step your right foot back, keeping your back knee lifted this time. Grounding through your right hand. Inhale, sweep your left hand high. Try to hug your left hip in. Inhale, extending through your fingertips. Sweep your left arm overhead and plant it on the inside of your left foot. Heel toe your left foot to the wide edge of your mat and turn your toes out slightly, just like we did in yogi squat. For you lizard lovers out here, we have landed. So lots and lots of options. You can stay here, you can lower your back knee down and untuck your toes like we practiced, and then deepen the stretch any amount. You can lower to your forearms, or if you have blocks or props, or if you are super, super flexible and have super open hips, you can use a block or a prop under your left foot and see what that does for you. I'm definitely not there, so I won't do that. We're going to stay here for just a few more breaths. You want to try to use movement to deepen the pose. Step your hands forward about 6 inches and play with bending and straightening your elbows. It's almost like pulsing, getting deeper into your hips. Take one more full breath in wherever you are. Tuck your right toes under, lift your back knee, hop it forward just a touch, grounding evenly through your left and right hand. Kick your left foot straight back and high for Akapata, 3-legged dog. Pointing through your toes, bend your knee, twist to the side, open up your hips. Returning to 3-legged dog, plant your left toes. Second side here, step your right foot forward. Keep your back knee lifted this time. Inhale here. Grounding through your left hand, sweep your right hand high. Inhale, reach up and over your right ear, planting your right hand on the inside of your right foot. Heel toe your right foot to the wide edge of your mat, turning your right toes out slightly. Coming to lizard on the second side, or your version of lizard. You can lower your left knee down, untuck your toes, use blocks or props, come to your forearms, whatever feels good for you here. You should feel a nice deep stretch in your right hip area. Inhale. Exhale brings you deeper into the pose. I'm going to be here for just a few more breaths. If you want to try that pulsing movement, walk your hands out about 6 or 8 inches and then bending and straightening through your elbows, getting deeper into that hip socket. One more full breath in. Exhale, bring your hands back under your shoulders. Tuck your left toes under, lift your back knee. Kick your right foot straight back and high for Ekapada. Bending through your right knee, open up your hips. Return to Ekapada and downward facing dog as you're ready. Pedal out your feet, shake out your face. We are coming to Pigeon, what we've been working for. Inhale, kick your right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Press the air away. Plant your knee between your hands. Lower your left knee down, untuck your toes. Inhale, walk your hands back nice and high. Exhale, forward fold, any amount. Relax here, you've earned it. Your head can rest on stacked hands, stacked forearms, or on the mat. Wherever you are, take just a quick second and either physically look back or mentally think about where your heel is facing. We want it facing straight up towards the ceiling. Breathe here. Take one more full breath in. Complete exhale. Inhale, pressing into your hands, lift your torso. Plant your hands under your shoulders, tuck your left toes under, and kick your right foot straight back, Ekapada, three-legged dog. Return your right foot to the floor, second side. Inhale, kick your left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Press the ground away. Plant your left knee between your hands, lower your right knee down, untuck your toes. Walk your torso back, lift up nice and tall. Exhale, forward fold. Any amount. Your head can come to stacked hands, your forearm or the block, just like on the other side. And turn your right heel to the ceiling. One more full breath in. Complete exhale. Press into your hands, lifting your torso. Rock to the outer edge of your left hip. Swing your right leg around, extending your feet straight out in front of you. Bounce them out. Lift up through your torso, shoulders over hips. Palms come up. Arms are straight in front of you and slowly lowering onto our backs. Bring weight into your heels, slide them in closer to your body, hug your knees into your chest for one more Apanasana. Swaying side to side, massaging your low back. And returning your feet to the floor, heel toe your feet to the wide edge of your mat. Let your knees rest in on one another for constructive rest just for a moment. Making any other adjustments that you need, maybe tuck your tailbone under slightly, or roll your shoulders up, back, and down to open your chest. Breathe here. Lifting your knees towards the ceiling, heel toe your feet to hip width distance. Bring weight into your heels and one at a time, extend your feet straight out in front of you, preparing for Shavasana. Final relaxation. Turn your palms out to about a 45-degree angle away from your body. Settle into your breath and those grounding points that we started with. Breathe here. You earned this rest. We have 3 more breaths here. With each breath, try to deepen it a little bit more. Pull the inhales further into your abdomen. Lengthen your exhales. If you have more time to stay and rest in Shavasana, I invite you to do so. If it is time to get back to work, bring gentle movements back into your fingers and toes, maybe windshield wiper your feet. Rolling onto one side as you're ready. Taking as much time as you need to return to a nice, comfortable seated position on your mat. Optional eyes closed. Bringing your hands to heart center or your hands to your knees. And end with a moment of gratitude. I am thankful that you all chose to spend this time with me for this great, big, beautiful day. Enjoy some sunshine today. Namaste.